number 5. Come on, Lego.
Shoot him, Kevin!
Hello, everybody. We are here on the main account because I am going to be pulling some shards, and I told you guys that I will always record when I pull shards. I may not release those recordings sometimes, but I will record them. So I actually did do a recording a couple of days ago for when Nekmothar was. We were going for Nekmothar. I got another legendary that I didn't share because it was very anticlimactic, and but I got a snick track. So excuse me, sorry guys. Okay. Anyways, um, we are going to be pulling shards for the Zinogre Blade Master. Now, I want to point out a couple of things. If we take a look at the calendar, you see I have the calendar ready to go. During fusions that I go for, I always have them up. I'm going for this fusion not because I think it's overly powerful or anything. It's just a unique character that's a one-time only chance to get it. But also because I like to go for the fragment ones. They're a little easier and less expensive, even for paid accounts. So the Dragon Tournament, I've already knocked all that out. About halfway through Dungeon Divers, I think. Yeah. So this is where it's tricky because if we look at the map or the road map, I'd say, the calendar, Ice Golem does not line up with the Dungeon Divers event. So really, I need to figure out a way to get. I may just have to keep doing extra dragon, which is not fun, but we wanna finish out this Dungeon Divers event. But I'm also doing Champion Training Tournament. You do get points from doing that, so I will do as much Champion Training Tournament as I can first, use my energy where it's important, then use whatever extra energy I need. Now, this is mostly known as a free-to-play channel, so for my free-to-play viewers, I will be honest with you, this feels like one of the easier summon events that to go for. Now, I am not going for it on my main account. I'm a little low on resources because I've been building up things. It's just bad timing. I put a lot of silver into building up 2 new champions that I've gotten, and I also completed a champion training event just last week that consumed a lot of my brews. So I just don't have the resources available, I think, to complete the champion training tournament in the form of brews. I think I have enough energy to complete the dungeon divers and the tournaments, but I don't think I have enough silver to do the artifact enhancement events. Now, if we look here on the main account, I do have plenty of silver on this account. I did a lot of spider during Clan v Clan, and I sold a lot of accessories. So we have a ton of silver, which is perfect going into this event. Energy is pretty high. I've got a pretty decent stockpile. Not as much as I would normally like, but a decent enough stockpile. Oh, wait, there they are. Yeah, there's all the energy. Okay. So I'm feeling pretty good going into this fragment summon. I just got to make sure I'm staying on top of it. Now, if we look back at the calendar one more time, we can see that with the point totals, you could skip either a summon rush or the champion chase tournament. Now, if there's one to skip, it's usually the summon rush. I say that because the champion chase tournament is usually during a 2x event, which could be more beneficial to your account. But everything's relative, right? Now, on a free to play, you would almost certainly want to skip this summon rush and go for the champion chase tournament. That's the other thing I wouldn't be able to do. I don't think I have enough shards to participate in the champion chase tournament on this one. On that account. This one I'm good to go. Now, what are we going to do on this one? So let's take a look at the summon rush itself. 3,150 points. Sacreds are worth 500. These are what we're probably going to pull. I'm going to pull all my primals first. Now, normally, the argument could be made, why don't we save these primals for mythicals and all that stuff? And that's a very good argument and one that should be considered. But with how the points lay out, I would rather pull the primals first and then pull my sacreds. But there's another reason I'm going for this summon rush. That is because we have a progressive chance event at my most wanted legendary for the next 2 months, which is our I think it's RN Gigante, right? Come on. I've been looking at them enough times. Yeah, the Barbarian. Yeah. Nergigante Archer. I knew it was an N somewhere in there. Okay. Uh Absolute amazing champion. I want them as soon as possible. So my plan, what we know, and I've gotten this from a video. Um, what we know is that she's on this progressive chance here, but she's also going to have her own summon pool. So summon pool means this type of event. These prism shards are usually a little bit more affordable. Like if I was to try and I can't buy any right now because of how uh, it works, but because you can't buy them in the last yeah, so you can't get them at the moment. Now there are some in the shop, but if we look at the shop and prism crystal deal, so 400 for 100. Let's just take a me guy got the calculator up. So 400 divided by 40. So yeah, that would be 10. Um Usually if you were buying sacreds and you saw 10 sacreds for $100, that's a really good deal. So, um now I'm not saying this is a good deal, just to be clear, but depending on how they do it for the summon pool for her. Now, in the descriptor, it said not the word exclusive, but her um or maybe it did say exclusive. Let me see what it said. Wait, we can't get to the page anymore? Sorry guys, I know this is riveting stuff, but website's down. Interesting. Well, either way, um it's going to be a summon pool, but it had a wording in there that made it sound almost exclusive. Now, one of the other content creators, I think it was Nub, theorized that this might be where they are the only legendary in the summoning pool event, which would be pretty decent chances. So, because if you look at this particular summoning pool, this Prism Shard is a better version, right? 6% on a normal sacred, it's 7.5% here. So it may be a non-issue if we can get lucky today, but we are going to pull for her during the progressive chance. So I'm starting up my RSL helper. Need to update. And I'm doing this just to track my mercy. Sorry, I should have been a little bit more prepared, but let's get through this, get this updated, and then we'll be ready to go. So I'm going to... There we go. I was like, everything's looking good, but it was taking a while. All right. Yep. All right. So everything looks good now. So I'm going to start with the primals, because I want to conserve as many sacreds as I can, if possible. But if I do this many primals and then I pull 5 sacreds, then I think I just need to fill it out with a few others. But we're gonna knock out the primals first. Yeah, I knew better. I knew better than to get my hopes up on that. I absolutely knew better. Just doing, I'm minimizing some stuff to avoid spoilers, and there we go. I know better. I know better, Raid, and your tricks. Okay. All right. Let's go check our progress. So we pull 5. It'll get us just to this point on the Champions brackets. There, don't get me wrong. This is a lot of great resources, and it's very tempting to go higher, especially with the 15x chance out here. So, Archer and Farrakhan. We'll pull 5 and see where we're at. If you don't have a Farrakhan, this is a really good opportunity to get a Farrakhan. Pulling number 3. Number 4. There's Farrakhan. And number 5. Come on, Lego. Oh, let's go, dude. I know it's not the one that I want. I know it's not the one that I want, but we just got a Rotos. Let's go. I am super, super excited about that. I will not complain about getting a Rotos. Don't get me wrong. We know the champion that we want here, but we got a Rotos, and check it out. 4-star soul ready to go on old Rotos. Super pumped about that. Super, super, super pumped about that. So now comes the question, do I want to go all in? Meaning we're only riding a 6% chance of, you know, we've popped our legendary Mercy. Now that was off of 11 shards. So I could pull all 7 of these and not get a legendary, right? So is it worth it to try and take a chance when I might be able to have a better chance during the summoning cool event. Um, I think I'm definitely gonna wait because I forgot that there's something else and they don't have it listed. So the other champion that I want really badly from this event is Alatrion Blade Master. Now, this guy, in my opinion, is kind of a merge between two champions that I use. So we talked about um, uh, Gigante or whatever. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at Gigante. Anyways, we talked about her being a merge of two champions on my Hydra team. Alatrion is kind of a merge as well. So if we look, not this is really good though. So 40% chance of increasing duration of two random buffs on all allies on his A1, meaning that two random buffs. It's only a 40% chance, but two random buffs on every ally will get extended. Well, he applies two random buffs. So if you were to say that he's the only, or two buffs, not two random buffs, then you could extend these buffs essentially. Um, I think it's really powerful. Yes, it's random, but it's on all allies. That's really really solid in my opinion. But this is the part of the kit that I really love. So attacks all enemies, 60% increased defense, uh, and then a shield equal to 30% of his max HP. HP based damage, so you're gonna build him with a lot of HP, right? So he's gonna give a big shield and give increased defense. If the boss is a target is a boss, these buffs are protected. That's huge. So this right here, my Mithrala does this. My Mithrala does damage, and then well, she brings a hex, but we would solve that with a different champion. Alatrion does damage and then brings a shield equal to 30% of his max HP, which is what you want for really big shields because you can give him really high HP. Then he does what my Pythion would do. Removes all buffs from all allies and then places a block debuffs. Now, in Pythion's case, he also heals and brings a revive. But in this case, he would be my cleanser, which is also what my Mithrala does, except Mithrala doesn't place a block debuffs, and in this case, it would be a protected block debuffs against bosses. So I really look at him relative to my account. I'm not saying he's Pythion. I'm not saying he's Mithrala. I'm not saying those things, but on my account, I have two champions that do these things, and now those two things can be done by one champion, minus the healing, where we gain healing from other sources. Then we have turn meter fill on this champion so that they can take multiple turns, which is actually really, really valuable because you want them using their A1 as much as possible, but you also want them to be able to cleanse when you need them to cleanse, or to give you a shield when you need to get a shield. Sometimes you want to give yourself a shield so that you can hit the head that explodes and does all that damage. So you want to make sure you have that up as much as possible. So this extra turn meter gain can be extremely beneficial. And then this is on a 3-turn cooldown for the cleanse and block debuffs. So I think this champion is extremely strong and would be very beneficial to my account. Now that champion is going to be on a hero's path, which usually requires summoning. Therefore, I do not want to go too hard on my summoning here and risk reducing my overall pool before we have a chance to go for uh, the new before we have a chance to go for that hero's path. And we don't know, there may be other events. We don't I don't maybe actually the hero's path may start uh soon. So I might be able to pull some more shards for the hero's path during this event as well. This guy's interesting. I don't know that I would want to put him in these slots. I know Turbold is great, and Hegemon's been kind of power crept a little bit. I also don't know that I want to pull a Void at all here, but I do need to pull, I think, at least one, if not two more. But we'll do the same things. And then determine how many that we need. What do we need? Probably one more. We are at 3120, so we would need. Yeah, we'll pull one more. I'm gonna be super conservative about this. I'm on zero mercy on ancients, so, and then a 10 pull. And that's going to get me the exact number of points I need just for the summon rush to be completed. And we will call that a video. Now, these resources are great. I don't mind pulling for these, but I want to be mindful and make sure I'm paying attention to when I'm pulling those shards that I can potentially double dip with other events. In fact, I'm going to be quite upset if I did pull 5 sacreds and then they come out tomorrow with a hero's path for Alatrion. I will have been jebaited and not. I won't be too happy about that. So, I forgot about Alatrion's hero's path event, but I'm hoping that they won't be uh, lining up like this. So, good luck if you're pulling shards for the archer. I know that I still really want to pull shards for her, but it's I, there are other opportunities to get her that may be better for my account overall. So we're gonna play it all by ear. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.